Hello everybody, my name's Fracka Future and welcome to the Vanguard of Light. Oh, my Vanguard of Light peeps, are you ready to answer the call? Because we are in some exciting times. So if you've seen my intro video, you know, come from a tech background, did a whole bunch of personal development, but then also spiritually, this non-physical world was constantly trying to get my attention, constantly saying like, hey, it's not the physical world. God's got a purpose for you. It's in this non-physical realm. So where are we at right now? Well, one of the events, one of these like kind of like perfect storm of all this stuff that's coming together is this technology boom. We're on the asymptotic part where it's like a technology kind of like doubles every 18 months, right? But we're getting to that point where the curve is going boom, it's skyrocketing. They say in the next 10 years, we will not recognize the world, the technology, the jump will be that of as if it went from 0 BC to now. That's the jump that's going to happen in these 10 years. It's going to be unbelievable, like boom, mind-blowing. Like first just in technology, in biotech, plus we got this whole AI. What's going to happen with that? It's going to exceed our intelligence. Oh my gosh, there's so much happening. But there's also so much happening in the spiritual realm. I mean, the earth has gone through ascension. It's like going through the ascension tomb. It's been decided. It's happening. Guess what? We're on for the ride. So before, like, you know, there's call them the norms. You guys are the vanguard, the norms. Like, you could kind of suppress your emotions, suppress what you feel. Okay, yeah, there's not more going on. I'm just going to do this physical thing and kind of get away with it. But now that the planet's ascending, that's not gonna fly anymore. Like that's not gonna happen. Like everybody's gonna have to face their stuff, right? But the thing is, the norms are beings of light. They might, for whatever reason, kind of turned away from it or just not like, I just don't want to deal with it, because being a vanguard, you probably know it's a lot of work. This can be tormenting and hard and stuff like that. However, this mass ascension, leaders are going to be needed. And that's the call of like, I hope you hear this call and I hope you step into it. I hope you join us on this channel, because this is all about upliftment and helping give you the tools to not only crack open your gifts, but also be inspired to keep on that path, keep going forward, because we're in some crazy times that are coming up and they're going to need leaders. I mean, because if you imagine 1 million people all rallied together, right? And they're just amped up. It's not going to take much for that to turn into a riot, right? And that's just going to, you know, just destroy wherever it's around. But now if they had a purpose to follow and a leader, that could turn into the most amazing march, right? 1 million person march, that could be a movement that changes the planet. So we need leaders like that. And you guys are here. You're the Vanguard of Light. You're dipping into this magical, non-physical world, and you're going to bring back your gifts and create a heaven on earth if you do it. If you move forward. So stay in the game. Come to this channel. I will encourage you to stay in the game. I'll give you whatever tools I can to help you crack open your gifts, adore your gifts, embrace your gifts, because they're real. So we have these two events. You know, we got the technology, we got the spiritual. There's just a lot of stuff that's all happening together. And I kind of hear, I got a little analogy. Oh, it's like this. Think of this as uranium. It's not uranium, government. This is just a piece of orgone. But imagine if this is uranium, right? First it'll be hot, it'll be really, really heavy. I probably couldn't hold it, right? And it's radioactive, and I'd be killing myself right now. But that's not the case. But if it was, so you have a neutron that kind of is going in, and it like hits other neutrons, and it kind of blows apart the atom, right? And then they blow apart other atoms. But that kind of goes in a controlled state, and it's just radioactive, and it's not, you know, because anything of matter is mostly space. Physical, it's not physical, it's mostly space. But anyway, so say you have this uranium, right? It would kind of be in a stable state, right? But now what they do, like if you started adding, like think of these as neutrons. You start, you know, putting neutrons on there, right? Boom, boom, boom. This thing's going to start heating up, because these added neutrons are going to start splitting more atoms, which then releases energy and also releases more neutrons, which then blow apart in other atoms. But if that keeps going, eventually this is going to hit critical mass, and we're going to have a nuclear explosion. So that's kind of where we're at. We're approaching this critical mass of people that are waking up, right? And it's going to be this explosion of consciousness, but there's going to be people needed to help lead the masses, because they're no longer going to be asleep. They're beings of light. They just can't be asleep. They're going to wake up, but they're going to need people to lead them. That's you guys. You guys are the Vanguard of Light. I am here to support you. So let me know in the comments. I'm just learning this whole kind of how to teach this, how to bring this out, how to support the Vanguard. I've built some technology. It's been like a 15-year process. I never knew it was actually going to get released to the public, but Source was like, okay, yeah, it's time. It's time to release it for the Vanguard. And I'm all like, what? Okay, so that's why I'm learning. I'm kind of learning this YouTube thing and somehow to convey the message. But it's really my purpose, my message is to give the tools to the Vanguard Light to help crack open their abilities, to go to Source to get their abilities and bring them back to lead the masses. And there's kind of like, think of it as a canyon. So like, here's this deep canyon. This is kind of the valley of despair. And this is where I spent a lot of time, especially because due to this mind splitting that occurred at a very young age, kind of had to travel this canyon of despair a lot. But that wasn't by accident. So I got a lot of familiarity with what's in this canyon of despair. But I've also built technology to help you jump across it. And that's what I'm offering to the Vanguard, is to be able to jump across it, get their abilities without going through the valley of despair or spending minimal time there, because there are dark forces and they kind of get to know you when you're in the valley of despair. So if I get you jumping, almost like it's called a lightning bridge, or I made it up as a lightning bridge, but jumping that, getting your abilities and coming back, you're paving the way for there to be a mass ascension without the dark forces being able to resist it, because they won't see it coming. So that is my challenge to you. That's partly what's happening here on the Vanguard of Light channel, is to provide inspirement, upliftment, and tools to crack open those abilities that I know you have. That's why you're here. So stay with me. It's going to be an amazing ride. There's going to be some ups and downs because, we're in a magical world. We're in a very, very safe world, except there is challenges, right? So you guys are the Vanguard. Until we talk again, have a blessed day or a blessed night.